Welcome to Props Edge, presented by LineStar. We've got your 5 best bets on the Underdog Fantasy app for Week 3 in the NFL. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. Tyler, Week 3, ready to hit these props?
I'm ready to go. We got to bounce back from last week.
That's for sure. We'll go over our results and then give you our 5 best bets on Underdog. If you don't already have the Underdog Fantasy app, be sure to download it. New users who deposit at least $10 can get up to $100 matched using promo code LineStar. Let's recap last week's results. Well, not our best week.
No, it was not.
1 out of 5. Last week, though, we crushed it. So overall, we've hit 5 of 10. 50%, not too bad. Looking to redeem ourselves this week.
Yeah, and I had a little bit of a bad break.
Definitely.
Pun, I guess, intended. Trey Lance unfortunately got hurt.
And Stafford had just under that total. So got a little bad beats. It happens. We're going to redeem ourselves today with our 5 best value plays. We use the LineStar tool Props Edge to help us in terms of our best bets. We use that edge against the sports books, against our projections. So you definitely want to check out LineStarApp.com. Sign up for your subscription today, $29.99 a month. You can use that Props Edge tool to help you dominate, not just in Underdog Fantasy, but in the sports books as well. Looking to redeem ourselves in Week 3 here, let's get to our top 5 best bets on Underdog Fantasy. The first one is going to be Breece Hall, over 6.5 rushing attempts. That is minus 145 on the sports book, so you're getting good value on fantasy. Our projection 7.8. What do you like about this play for Breece Hall?
So Breece Hall week 1 had 6 carries. He had 45% of the snap share. Week 2, he only had 27% of the snap share, but he had 7 carries. So they are trying to get him involved. He's going to continue to get in more and more of a snap share and more carries with this offense. It is obvious he is their best rusher. They gave up good draft capital to get him, and they're going to keep working him into the offense more and more. And I think this game in particular is one where the Jets can beat them on the ground.
Yeah, that Bengals defense against the Cowboys, they allowed Pollard and Elliott to both go over that total. In fact, they had over 8 each. Then against the Steelers, Najee had 10, and even Claypool had 6. He's not even a running back there. So good bet there. Minus 145 in the sports book. So you're getting great edge. Let's move on to our next best bet of the day. And it's going to be Miles Sanders over 1.5 receptions, minus 130 on the sports books. Sanders going up against the Commanders in this one. What do you like about Sanders going up against the Commanders?
So he's averaging 2.5 receptions per game. He's been on the field a ton. We have him projected at 1.8, so we have a nice little edge there. And he's hit this in 5 of the last 8 games. He clearly is the favorite running back, and Hurts does like to look to him for checkdowns. I think 1.5 is just too low.
Miles Sanders definitely the beneficiary of this new and improved offense that looked absolutely lethal on Monday night against the Vikings. Next up on our best bets is Dalvin Cook. Speaking of the Vikings, over 17.5 receiving yards. This is minus 150 on the sports books. Again, really good value. Going up against the Lions in this one. And Kevin O'Connell admitted he needs to get Dalvin Cook more involved in the game plan. What do you like about this play?
And he has been pretty involved. He also has been involved a lot more in the receiving game than he has in years prior. He has hit 17.5 in both the games this year. Detroit is allowing at least 44 rushing yards to the running back. Cook has 11 targets on the year. I think 17.5 is just a little bit low for his new involvement in the passing game.
Yeah, I definitely think he's committed to getting Dalvin Cook a little more than he's been producing, especially for those fantasy owners will be happy about that. Tyler, it's now time for your prop pick. What do you got?
It is. So I'm going with Garrett Wilson over 45.5 yards. He's going against the Bengals. He's hit this in both starts of of this year. He has 22 targets, which is the most on the Jets, and he hasn't even come close to playing the most as far as a wide receiver. He had 49% of the snaps in week 1, 61% in the week 2, and Shannon, as a Jets fan, you should have a zero tolerance policy. This coach should be fired immediately if they don't continue to get Wilson involved.
I love that you're going with the gangrene in this one.
Sure am.
I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who had a great game on Monday night. I'm going over 241.5 passing yards. That's minus 140 going up against the Washington Commanders in this one. And Hurts has gone over the past 2 games, including when he most recently had 333 against the Vikings defense, who previously held Aaron Rodgers to under 200 yards this week, facing the Commanders, who are allowing 247 passing yards per game. Last season, they also gave up the 5th most passing yards. And the 2 games Hurts faced Washington last year, he had 296 and 214. Yeah, that wasn't even when they had A.J. Brown. He's going over. Those are our 5 prop bets on Underdog Fantasy. Let us know if you're going to tail us or fade us in the comments. Remember to download the Underdog Fantasy app if you haven't already. It is legal in most states. Great way for you to get your prop bets in. Underdog Fantasy link is below. Use promo code LineStar, and new users who deposit at least $10 can get up to $100 of your deposit matched. Great deal there. Good luck on all your prop bets this weekend. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye.